Okay guys, we got another guitar to restring today. This one is a customer's guitar. It is a Jackson 7-string, and we have a lot of adjustments to do here. I can see our pickups are really high. I can see the bridge is really high. Tons of adjustments are very, very necessary. Let's just say that. So let's get started on this thing. I'm going to pull all 7 strings off of it, and I'm going to try my best. Here we go. Help me out. Okay, so just looking at our string height here, it's really high. I think what we're going to have to do here is adjust the Floyd, 7-string with the Floyd. So let's pull the back plate off of here. Now thankfully I don't have to pull all the stickers off of this one, because you know, being in a used guitar shop, I'm constantly, when I try to resell a guitar, if it has stickers like this on it, I spend all day pulling the stickers off. Fortunately, I don't have to do it to this one. I'm not sure if this backplate is stock to this guitar. It looks a little bit strange. We got Stewie back here from Family Guy. Alright, so I see the ground is attached, and I see that we are hooked in as kind of really locked in here. Okay, and I can also see that our pickups are super high, so I'm going to go ahead and lower these pickups if they go down here, because these are definitely going to be in the way. There's a Pokemon right there. I don't know. And then this strap. Let's go ahead and pull this strap out of here. Nice strap. Let's get this thing out of the way. There we go. Yeah, but it looked like he raised his pickups because his string height was so high. And these pickups are leaning forward, which is kind of crazy. These pickups are super high up in the air. They are still really up there. Let's go ahead. Oh my God, look at the condition of this nut. Oh, I gotta get in here. This might not be so easy. Look at what I just discovered on this nut. That's not good. It's hanging way over the edge. Yeah, looks like we just got a little bit extra work to do right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull all the strings off of this thing. Yeah, you know, sometimes you end up with something that you think it's maybe, you know, 40 minutes, half hour to restring something, set it up. This one, I think, just went into the couple of hours kind of time frame here to set this thing up, because this nut is all jacked up. And there is like so much dirt on these strings. This guitar is nasty. Let's pay attention here to the camera. Sometimes I start working and I forget if the camera's even on or what it's pointed at. So I loosen this and pull the string out, but then I just put it back and tighten it up a little bit so that the little block doesn't fall out of there. Yeah, 7-string with a Floyd rose, in my opinion, just doesn't work well. It just doesn't work well. It seems like there isn't a good reason to do whammy bar tricks on a 7-string guitar.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Alright, these strings are off of here. Alright, so let's do this. So we've got a very dangerously dirty fretboard here. And then we got this nut that is really completely out of whack.
That's whack.
So my first step here is to I'm going to take a little bit of naphtha, and we're going to get some of this off of the fretboard, some of this dirt. And this stuff is very similar to lighter fluid. You put a little bit on a rag, and that was too much, and then just sort of wipe it on here. And this, it's got a little scent to it, not too bad, but this will kind of help to get this first top layer of dirt off of here. Guys, you gotta wash your hands before you play your guitar.
Wash your hands, Kevin.
I can't play with dirty hands. If I'm setting up my band equipment and my hands get dirty before a gig, I run in the bathroom and I wash my hands. I played a gig last night. Yikes. Okay, that got some of it. Yeah, this is what I use. Lasts a long time. I've had this bottle for like probably 6 or 7 years. So what we have going on here is, to me, it looks like somebody took a Jackson hardtail 7-string and they decided to throw this Floyd in here. And it just doesn't fit good. And it's not going it's not going to have proper string height. Now you could probably maybe raise the neck. That's probably the only thing that we could do, is to shim the neck up a little bit just by throwing a straight edge on here. I think if we shim the neck, maybe we could help it. I don't know. I'm going to work on this all day. I'm trying to get this thing to work, but maybe some of this could be trimmed down a little. Okay, yeah, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Okay, so I've taken the neck off of it. So all I can do to this guitar is to try to make it as good as it's going to be, with considering that this somebody installed a Floyd Rose on here and it wasn't a professional install, and it's going to have super high string height. So I took the neck off real quick and I put a little shim right here. So I'm going to shim the neck so that will bring the string height down just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put the neck back on with a nice shim in it. Yeah, all I can do here is try to get it as close as I can get it. It's not going to be perfect. This is somebody's hacked up guitar that, you know, they decided to put a Floyd in it, and it was a horrible idea. But it's a young guy that owns this guitar, and I just got to do what I can for him. Okay. Okay, so with a nice fat shim in it, that should help our string height a little bit. So I did put some of this F1 oil on the fretboard. And so I'm going to clean the fretboard off now. And we're just going to, then I'm going to reinstall that nut. I took the truss rod cover off of the guitar because the nut was actually setting on top of this truss rod cover. So I'm going to leave that off, and I'm going to reinstall this back to where I think it can be close. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to re-drill these holes. So then put a little drill in here. And then let me do my best to reinstall this bridge in the proper spot. Alright guys, so I'm in the middle of this Jackson restring setup. And just to recap, I've discovered that the bridge is not stock to the guitar. This was a hardtail. Somebody threw this Floyd in there. And so it's all out of whack. Let's see, I had to lower the pickups. I shimmed the neck to bring our string height back a little bit, because this can only go so far down. It's already decked as far as it will go. And so again, I took the nut back off because it was actually mounted on top of the truss rod cover. So I took the truss rod cover off and I mounted that down in there, and that looks nice and tight. So everything is looking a little bit better. I see it's got a lot of backbone, so somebody really snugged that truss rod a lot. Today's string choice. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some strings on it and then do some more adjusting after that. We've got a set of Ernie Ball 7-string skinny top heavy bottom. This kit plays in like drop C tuning. Okay, the package has already been opened, so hopefully they're all in here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna just see what happens. He plays in drop C or some strange tuning like that. I tightened the tuners down here, and I cleaned the headstock. So let's go down here and let's install these strings. And hopefully just by shimming the neck and resetting that bridge in its proper place, we're going to be able to maybe save this guitar. This string is barely hanging on. It's falling off the side of the guitar. Yeah, this was not installed properly, so there's really nothing I can do. I'm going to just do the best I got here. Charge this kid that $45, and that's all I can do. It's going to be one of those, this guitar, I hate to say it, but it's going to be one of those, it is what it is, DD Speed Shop kind of thing. This video has really, don't like certain things. Some content is like, oh my god. Alright, so let me go ahead and put these strings on, and I will come right back to you guys. We've got a lot of people that are kind of noisy up in the front showroom, so I'll be right back. Okay, so there's not much I can do on this thing, but we can tighten up the volume here. This was loose. Okay, and so I've got the nut. Let's bring you guys up in here. So I got the nut back on here where it belongs. I don't have the strings locked down yet, but you can see the it seems like it's in there nice and everything. Kind of cleaned the fretboard a little bit. Did some string height adjustment on the pickups. Our overall string height is still really high, but it's just because this bridge won't go down in there any further. Or maybe it's the posts that are too high. Yeah, but this was just not a good install, so yeah, it is what it is. Don't know if I'll even make a video out of this footage, because this is just horrible, horrible stuff going on here. But anyhow, if you guys see this, maybe I just had one of those whatever days, and kind of hate working on this kind of stuff some days. So if you guys see this, it means whatever. I worked on it. I did the best I could do with what we got. I added some more springs and I torqued it down. I had to resolder the ground wire on the back there. So anyhow, kind of a rough day having to do stuff like this. Don't really like it. Not fun. Not fun at all. Maybe you guys can have a better day. Thanks for watching.